The chair so I can sit down and do this. Hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second, y'all. Let me get some of that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Because I was a little thirsty from all that playing. I'm thirsty too. Let me bring it. Here you go, mamas. Now, we are continuing our live, wonderful live concert for the people. All right? Right, Dindara? I have my daughter here, and my name is Brother Dooley, a.k.a. the Beantown Ghetto Shaman. And we are in uncertain times right now, my friends. So, my message is always a message of love and healing, you know? So, some things we can change, some things we can't. Some things we could help a situation, sometimes we can't. Certain things that we can't, no need to worry about it. Work on the things that you can. All right? During this time of the so-called coronavirus and things, you know, keep your vibration high. Keep your vibration high. And there's all kinds of ways you can do that. You know, you could do that for singing, you know, for whistling, you know, go outside, sing in the rain, you know, find your favorite TV show to watch, find a nice book to read, you know. I've been trying to spend this time, you know, I'm in the Boston area, and, you know, tomorrow everything is shut down, and they're telling everybody to stay in the house. And so there's a lot of people that are bored, a lot of people that are scared, a lot of people that don't know what's going on. So let's support each other during these times. Check up on your loved ones, you know. Make sure they have enough food in the refrigerator, you know. Don't do that tonight. I'm trying to talk to the folks, all right? Make sure you know, your people's all good, you know, and that's important, you know. At the same time, take care of yourself and make sure you're good, all right? So, you know, as I tell people, I did a video. For those who might not know me, check me out on Facebook under Abdul K. Wilkins. And I did a video on how you could use Qigong to combat the coronavirus and use Qigong as a way to keep yourself healthy and your vibration high. I showed a particular exercise that deal with the lungs, you know, because in Qigong we have something, don't do that, little mamas, okay? In Qigong we have something called the 5 healing sounds. So I did a video showing a healing vibrational sound for the lungs. Because since this coronavirus, they say, deals with attacking the respiratory system. So people have to have stronger lungs, and I was showing folk exercises that they can do to strengthen their lungs and bring more life force energy to the lungs. All right. So there's tools, there's things that you can do. My family here, we have Silver Soul Solution, liquid silver. You know, even the great Montauk Chia, one of my good teachers, great student of Montauk Chia, real good friends of him, and you know, he shared a video with Montauk Chia talking about the inner smile to cultivate to keep your heart open, all right, and to keep that vibration high. But also, Montauk Chia talked about using Kaleido Silver as well and putting it in your mouth, swishing it around, spitting it out. He also talked about using water, fresh water and sea salt, and you know, to cleanse your nose. So you know, since this is a so-called respiratory issue thing going here, so using tools for yourself to make sure you're all right. And doesn't matter if some people say it's a hoax or not, or certain. You have so many people who have different opinions about this. You know, regardless of what type of thing you believe or what you know, acknowledge as fact or not, your health is important. So just want to do things to make sure you on point. and that your health is on point. All right. Some people have said about the 5G network, all that. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all, especially if we're dealing with the so-called 1% elitists. But nothing's the beautiful thing. If there's any truth, the truth, like I always say, is change. Things are always changing, you know. So we could depend on change. And we understand if, I'm a lover of history, nothing stays the same. Things are constantly changing, you know. So let's just try our best to come together as people to help each other, and let's look forward to a change where this might be an opportunity, right? Somebody made a comment here. Great info. Thanks. You're quite welcome, my friend. Um, you know, I was talking to somebody. Actually, I was talking to my sister earlier, and she said this might. Sometimes we are. First of all, I truly believe everything happens for a reason. And I also I'm one of those people. Can you go in the other room for 1 second, Dana? And I'll be right. And I'll call you back, and we're gonna do the music, okay? Um, I truly go in the other room for 1 second, Dana, and I'll call you in. All right? Thank you, mamas. You know, um, just from some of my spiritual experiences in the past, you know, um, you have to understand that there. You have to understand that yes, there's technology. Yes, you have, powerful people in government and all kinds of things going on. But also you have great spirit. You know what I mean? You have you have a spiritual world that most people have not acknowledged, never tapped into, don't even know is real. You know? Um, so in a lot of ways, this was prophesized, through many different cultures, these times. And part of these prophecies was like this would be a great cleansing, you know, a renewal, you know. And these cleanses has happened so many times, you know what I mean? My good friend, um, elder brother Kalindi, Baba Kalindi Yee, I remember Baba Kalindi, and he's a great man that talks a lot about using psychedelic mushrooms or psilocybin mushrooms as a tool for exploring your consciousness, you know. Um, but I remember the elder was saying to me that, on record, this world, this earth has been destroyed 5 times already, and we're still here, so there has been many cleansings, renewals. Like right now, it's raining outside. I'm in Boston right now, and I love the rain. I'm a Pisces too. Maybe it's that, but what I mean. I just love the sound of rain. You know what I mean? And to me, it's like even the rain, water itself, cleansing. You know, even in Islam, we do. They do wudu. Cleansing before you do go down and do your salat or what have you. So there's a big cleansing going on, y'all. And we could look at it from many different angles. We could look at the 5G network. We could look at, the 1% and their different things that their agendas, depopulation control, all these things, all right? But also, I understand that there's something that's much greater than all that fear. There's something that's much greater than this control system and all that. You know what I mean? And I don't want to sell anybody a pie in the sky or anything like that. You know what I mean? Because that's not me. I'm not trying to give anyone false hope or anything like that. But I do say that you have to have
a spiritual experience. And when you have an authentic spiritual experience, then there's no turning back from there. From that point, you know there's something more. You know what I mean? There's something more. And even science confirms that for us. Modern day science confirms quantum physics and all that. They show us that through the science that, there's things called parallel dimensions. The scientists already found 11 known dimensions, thus far. You know, when we think of even things of like black matter, for instance, there's so much out there that your physical eye doesn't even see, you know? So there's a bigger picture, y'all. There's a bigger picture. And I believe, in my personal opinion, that the bigger picture is for us to mature, for us to grow up, to put our big boy pants, our big, our big girl pants or big girl skirt on or whatever. You know what I mean? It's time for us to mature and start to grow up. You know? The earth cannot sustain the type of lifestyle that we're pushing out there. A consumerist lifestyle that's geared to raping the earth and her resources, everything just
boiling down to just money, money, money. The earth itself cannot support a world that operates like that. It's so far, it's so long that you can keep up with that type of behavior. When you look at many indigenous cultures around the world, their civilizations were set up in a way that supported nature, that supported the earth. I remember I heard an old quote, forgot from what Native American, leader this was, but he was saying that before the white man came over to the shores of America, he said we still had fresh flowing water, we still had the buffalo, we still had these things, you know. And I don't want to idolize or make any particular group of people seem more romanticized than the next, or make it look like it's at one point everything was a utopia, like there was no problem. There's always going to be challenges and problems, right? That's the nature of things. But then there's extremes, you know, and you know, like I said, prophecy talked about this. This is the cycle in the age that we live in where it's very disconnected from nature, disconnected from ourselves, disconnected to the point that the majority of people are asleep. All right. Now, if you had for those, like I said, if you had a spiritual experience of some sort, you'll realize that there's no turning back. All right. Now, my father, right? My pops. I have a lot of respect for my dad and my mom. God bless my mom. She transitioned. But they both talked a lot about the mystic path, right? Hold on, my son daggone diaper was off. I don't know how. Listen, hold on 1 second, y'all. Listen, man, how you get your diaper off, man? Put your diaper back on, buddy. Hold on. 1 second, y'all. Come here, man. Where you go? Come here. Wait, where that go? Come here, where your brother? Come over here for your diaper on. Stop running around. Come on. I don't want you peeing on the floor or nothing like that. All right? All right. There you go. Good job, buddy. All right. Good job. Keep your diaper on, okay? Good job. All right. All right. Good job. Y'all listening to the rain out there?
No, yes.
Beautiful, right? Good job, y'all. All right.
Now, sorry about that. I had to put my son's diaper on there. But y'all, if you're gonna be in here, you can't make that much noise until we make some music, okay? All right. So, I was saying that that's the difference.
I might have to go in another room. All right, because I don't know if they're going to leave this room. Hey, listen.
Can y'all go in the other room for 1 second, please? While I do this, huh? Please, 1 second, mamas. Go in the other room with your brother, please. Thank you.
And we're going to start that music back up because it's about the good vibes, all right? All right. Sorry about that. Parenting. It's a beautiful thing. But the mystic path is a beautiful path because you have the direct experience of the divine. You have experiences to let you know that there's something more than this. When I had my experience with Bufo, the toad medicine, 5-MeO-DMT. When I was in New York and I was able to sit with this great medicine man at the time. And I've sat with other different type of medicines. I've sat with Mama Ayahuasca. I've sat with San Pedro cactus. I've worked with Iboga. I've did plenty of work with psilocybin mushroom, sacred fungi. And they all have their own different energetic signature to them. They all have their different teachings that come with them. But one thing I find very interesting about the toad medicine, the Bufo, is that it brings you through all these levels of consciousness, brings you through all these dimensions simultaneously. And next thing you feel like you're in a level of singularity. It was the most beautiful, most healing, most powerful experiences I've ever had in my life. And you walk away from those experiences back into this quote unquote matrix, and you can't help but look at it and say, like the Aborigines in Australia were right. This is dream time, So yes, my friends.
All right. I got cut off. But that that doesn't really surprise me. Doesn't surprise me at all. Especially when we're trying to keep on something on a positive level. Doesn't surprise me. But I was saying before I got cut off that yeah, these are the times we're in, my friends. And from having that experience with the toad and having other experiences with other medicines and just my own personal meditation, because some people get so picky on this path. They say, oh, well, you don't need anything outside of you to experience the divine and all this other stuff. I mean, my thing is this, picky person, you know? My thing is whatever works, works. If it works for you, if yoga works for you, hey, do it. Qigong, do it. If this work, whatever tool that you must use to get there to understanding this inner truth within yourself, then by all means, and the author, speaker, Graham Hancock, first time I even heard of Iboga or Ibogaine was through one of his books. What was the name of that book? It'll come to me. But regardless of the point, I remember I was listening to a video of with Graham Hancock, and he was talking about in the case of decriminalization of these sacred teaching plants and fungi. And he was saying, well, they wanted to criminalize DMT, dimethyltryptamine. He said, if that's the case, then we all should be criminalized right now because we all carry DMT within our body. All right. So to me, it's ridiculous when people say, "Oh, why do you need something outside yourself to get there?" You shouldn't depend on anything. I agree. But if you need stepping stones to get there, for you to get there, what's the problem? And if it helps people in having a level of
Insight, aha moment, daggone, kicking addiction, whatever, and it helps them and they're making them a better being, then why be a hater? You know what I mean? That's ridiculous. Um, so that's what I'm talking about here. That's what I'm thinking about right now in my own train of thought, is that you gotta have a liberating experience, so you won't feel that everything that's here is it. Some people are driving themselves crazy, going to a place of literally super depressed. And I get it. But at the same time, I know that there's much more to us. We're co-creators, y'all. We can turn this around. We could turn this around in so many different ways. You know, um, because a lot of places are being shut down, people won't be able to go to school, job, whatever. This is an opportunity for you, me, all of us to really build stronger foundations for us to homeschool our own children. You know what I mean? Not to have so much somebody else responsible for the education and the upbringing of your children. This is an opportunity for you to be able to say, instead of working for some type of other corporation, that really doesn't care about you, that just, you see it all the time. People, I gotta go to work again. You know what I mean? Can't wait for the weekend. Lay you off or whatever, or give you a measly whatever at the end of your retirement. Listen, why not just have this as an opportunity for you to learn how to create your own work for yourself? We're in the age of the internet. We know right now, with so many people stuck at home, this is an opportunity for you to go on the internet and figure out how to set up your own web business or whatever. These are opportunities. We have to look at things not from a negative perspective. How can we turn this into a beautiful thing? Right now, I'm taking 3 classes right now. Which I'll be getting a certification. I'm trying my best to use this time wisely. I'm trying to pick up on different languages, and and that's what this is about. You know what I mean? Hold on, I have some comments coming out here, and I didn't even see them. So let me see how I go back to the comments so I can actually read them and respond. Let's see. Okay, here. As soon as I came in here, other videos work. Please don't stop teaching. Thank you. And it works. Okay, someone says it works. And okay, well, let me go back to this thing here. All right. But thank you for your comments. I appreciate it. But all I'm saying is this, is that government, all these things, yes, we have to have structures. We always have levels of civilization. We gotta have structure, different things like that. But when we talk about any type of government that has too much control over you, maybe this is a sign showing us a level of freeing ourselves up, So let's just look at it from different perspectives. And also let's look at it from a standpoint, again, this is a time for you being stuck in your house or whatever to go within. Learning to still your mind, use your time for meditation. There was a point, I went through many different schools of thought, and I have to give credit to my parents again. They were my first teachers, even being interested in a lot of these things. You know what I mean? So, I definitely believe that this virus shows instability within our own structured society. Yes, I totally agree, Josen. I totally agree. Yeah, man. These are all symbols, man. I had an old friend of mine that would always say signs and symbols for the conscious mind. And I'm a big I really even like some of Carl Jung's work, and he tells you a lot about the unconscious mind and how that's really relates to a lot of symbols, you know. So, this we have to make best of these times, you know. We really do, and my parents that were going through my father who's seen a lot of different movements in the 1960s. One of the movements were the psychedelic movement, and for especially for a lot of young white Americans during that time, it opened up a whole different reality, a whole different level of perception, like the doors of perception, the doors, Jim Morrison. um and it shifted the paradigm on this planet. Our paradigm is being shifted right before our eyes right now. Now, we could say this is ushering in the New World Order, or some people could say, hey, this is martial law, or we could go down all the things, you know what I mean? And 5G network, all that. We could go all down all those things. But you have to understand, y'all that are listening to me right now. I've been doing energy healing work and energy cultivation work for almost 26 years now. And I've studied with many different teachers along the lines of Qigong and Tai Chi. And I want y'all to take a deep breath in. Hold your breath. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and hold your breath. And then exhale. Okay. Um, Thank you for watching. For those who will watch this video, I appreciate you taking your time to watch this. I'm doing this video because with all this stuff, with this coronavirus stuff, and a lot of people just being able to have to be in their house, um, you know, I was going to be able to add on to be able to help people, to give whatever I can, to give whatever I can to be able to help any of those who might be going through some depression, anxiety, or whatever we're facing. But I know that we will get through it. I know we will get through it. And this is, these type of things happen. It's not the first time these things has happened to us. And when I say that by meaning memory. before I got cut off and stuff, I was talking a lot of different things. But one thing is, we have a universal amnesia, you know? Memory is something else. And I believe a lot of memory is stored in our DNA. And when a person learns how to be able to open their DNA, they can have that remembrance, you know? Like I was saying that my good friend Baba Kalindi, he was saying that this earth was destroyed 5 times already, you know. And when people look, excuse me, when people even look at all the ancient civilizations that will be unearthed in this coming future, this very near time we're in now, all the different monuments, all the different pyramids that are being unearthed underwater, in deserts, in Antarctica, all kinds of places. We're going to see ancient civilizations unveiled, you know. And humanity, we go through these ups and downs and ups and downs and all these things, you know. So we know, we do this study on ancient Atlantis. We do this study on Lemuria, you know, ancient Mu. And we look at the information which talks about high technology during our past, you know. So a lot of people believe we were much more technically advanced than we are now, you know. So because it seems like we haven't learned from our past mistakes, and it seems like sometimes we're like a hamster on a wheel running around in circles. We're back at these changing times again, you know, and we can turn this situation whatever way we choose. It is up to us, you know. We could choose whatever path we want to map out, be it a path of fear or a path of love, you know. Like I said, this could be an opportunity to take a lot of these things that's going on right now and turning it around, turning your life around, using this time. Give me around. All right, I'm gonna go get him. All right. Go in the other room because I'm on here, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You know. The thing is, close the door too, please. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know. It's up to us. You know, it's up to us. We could turn this around. We could turn it any way we want. It's up to us. You know, like right now I say, hey, this could be an opportunity to learn certain things you always wanted to learn. You're in the house, could get on the internet, download some classes, you know, do some artwork, learn a new instrument, you know what I mean? Unresolved issues with loved ones and different things that you need to talk about. This is the time. And also, these are the changing times, man, because as I always say in my videos and things, you know, it's important to study galactic history. You know, it's important to know, like I said, remembering, you know. Know that we have civilizations beyond the stars, intelligence beyond the stars that already went through the evolution that we're going through. And as above, so below. That's the Kabbalion right there. Great book, great thing to study. You know? And what we're doing will affect other living beings beyond our planet. And they're not having that. And that's why there's a lot of intervention that's going to happen. You know? I put this video out because, like I said before, have faith, y'all. Not blind faith, but a level of knowing that you are not alone, that we have star elders, that we have deceased ancestors, that the spirit realm is awake, alive, and has its own laws and functionings. And you have loved ones even in other dimensions that are concerned about you and love you and want the best for you, you know? So keep your vibration high and have the knowing that staying in a place of high vibration, you set the tone for where you want this to go, you know? So with that being said, I would love to do some chanting here, all right? And some sound therapy. I'm gonna bring this in another room. I want to use some sound therapy here. Get that going. You know what I mean? All right. Check that out. It's one of the beautiful things. I found this rock in the waters of Costa Rica when I was studying about combo frog medicine, you know? Combo is very powerful. You know, it's a very powerful medicine to have along the times of all this coronavirus stuff. It keeps you on point. It's the vaccine. They call it the vaccine of the jungle. But I got this, I found this in the water at the beach when I was there. I had a beautiful experience with the water. She taught me a lot. But yeah, you know, I'm a Drew Guru. This was when I was in high school, man. This old Charlie, you know? Dr. Yusui, you know, of Reiki, Medicine Buddha, and Tara, 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 the Tara, Tore, So, Milarepa, one of the greatest yogis in my opinion, from Tibet. And that brother knew how to fly, not just levitation, fly. People would see him all, oh, that's Milarepa once again, you know what I mean? And he had the rainbow body experience at his transition as well. You know, there's over 200,000 documented cases of witnesses.
Oh well, got cut off once again. Something else, man. I swear to goodness, there's times with my this recording, I'm recording this on my phone, and no problem at all. You know what I mean? Any other time I'm doing something, but for some reason, try to do something that deals with some education, educating people, or trying to inspire something. All of a sudden, my phone want to act up, go nuts. Oh well, you know what that's about. But I was leaving off on talking about leave that alone. Get down, please. Excuse me. It's my son. Um, talking about the rainbow body technique back in the early 2000s when I was studying Tibetan Buddhism, the Mahayana, Vajrayana, Hinayana path, and you know, it was a very interesting time learning from a lot of these lamas and these rinpoches at the time. Taught me a lot. But one of the things that I did learn during that time in the early 2000s was about the rainbow body and how these individuals would turn their body into light at the time of their passing, time of their transition. And that most of the time when this happens is usually only bits of hair or a little finger nails that are left behind. but their whole physical body is taken with them. And usually, sometimes if they're not that advanced, um, usually the next thing that happens to these individuals is that their corpse, their deceased body shrinks. It actually shrinks to almost inches, and they put this in their religious or spiritual statue that they call stupas, that represent Shakyamuni's body, in a lot of ways. Um, but they put them, they put what's remained of these masters, you know, in these stupas as a spiritual relic. You know what I mean? So modern day science will tell you that when you have a deceased body, there's no such thing as a skeleton um, shrinking or anything like that, right? But obviously, we have evidence that it does happen. So, over 200,000 documented cases are showing these brothers not only shrinking their body but also turning their body into light. And yes, we have other people that we've heard. La ilaha illallah, la illallah, la ilaha illallah. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Allah. Mm, 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 mm. Allah. Mm, 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 mm. Allah. Mm, 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 mm. Illallah. Mm, 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 mm. Allah. Mm, 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 mm. Illallah. Ooh. Eh na eh oh na eh ah eh oh ah na eh ah na eh ah na eh ah eh oh na eh ah na eh ah eh oh na eh ah na eh ah ne oh na eh ah na eh ah na oh oh, oh, hey, hey, hey. Oh, hey, 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 hey. Oh, 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 hey, 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 hey. Oh, 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 hey, hey. Oh, 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 hey, hey, hey. Oh, oh, hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Here's another chant for you to go home with. All right.
Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme. Om mani excuse me. Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum. Alchemy. Good friend of mine made this joint from Detroit, from the D. The caduceus, the kundalini going up the spine, giving blessings as you see the wings up there. Those two snakes represent the two main channels in your body. That goes through the central channel of your body. I need the other one, man. She took my, this ain't the right tool for it. Hold on, what's that? Do it right. And if you ain't gonna do it, then you ain't gonna go. I had to let it be, cause I had to let it see. And if you didn't really know, then you had to know it be. If you didn't really know, then you got to know that your spirit gotta come, got to grow. No time for all that BS go behind. We have no time for the craziness. We don't know, we have no time. It is the time of divine. Joint fell off. To the cosmic beings and beyond, to the universal brothers and sisters, to the universal brotherhood and sisterhood, we ask for connection. We ask that your heart will grow, that we be connected, that we heal, that we be protected. It's time. It's time to awaken. It's time to cleanse. It's time to heal. Indeed. Now, another chant before we go. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Everything in this world's a dream. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Matrix ain't thing but it seem. Hey, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Everything seems like it's like a dream. Open your eyes, cause it ain't what it seems. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Everything's like a living dream. Open your eyes so you could really see. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 Peace, love, reflection. Your mind can be the deadliest weapon when you start to